time for a solution, not excuses.
The Brent Spence Bridge featured in a national campaign to get money for infrastructure. Good evening, I'm Megan Mongello.
And I'm Adam Clements. Obsolete and a disaster waiting to happen. Those are two phrases often used to describe the link that carries I-75 from Ohio into Kentucky.
James Pilcher live from Covington with a new development in this ongoing effort to fix the bridge. Good evening, James.
Hi, Megan. Yeah, national and regional business groups have banded together to create this campaign to push federal officials for more transportation infrastructure spending. Their poster child, the Brent Spence Bridge here behind me.
Part of our problem here is we keep patching things over, hoping that they'll make do, because that's all we can finance at the moment. And that's been particularly true of the Brent Spence Bridge. Well, we're running out of opportunities to patch things over, and patching things over has its own cost.
That's Neil Bradley with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce talking about the need to get the Brent Spence Bridge project back on track. It's part of a national effort to pressure federal officials to increase funding for transportation projects such as the bridge.
This is a huge deal for the region to get the U.S. Chamber to do this kind of attention and use, we really are the poster child for why infrastructure investments are needed.
November's fiery crash and subsequent shutdown also renewed attention to the project. The current proposal calls for the Brent Spence to be scaled back to 3 lanes. It would handle traffic from I-71 and local traffic to Cincinnati and Covington. A new bridge would be built to the west of the Brent Spence and would handle I-75 and a lot of through truck traffic. Most agree on that plan. The problem is the price tag. More than $2.6 billion and climbing.
It's time to stop talking and start acting.
Hence the new national ad campaign. It comes as the Kentucky General Assembly is close to wrapping up for the year. But Northern Kentucky Representative Sal Santoro recently introduced a new bill that would raise the state's fuel tax for the first time in decades.
This is going to be really important for the Kentucky legislature to do that because, while the feds, we're pushing the federal government, Congress to come up with part of the funding, they're not going to come up with all of it. And states have to do their part as well.
Now, that bill does not repeal the ban on tolls that exists that the state legislature passed about 6 years ago over the Ohio River on any new bridges. But the legislature has 10 more days of session and the lobbying is just beginning. Live in Covington, James Pilcher, Local 12 News.
James, thank you. And a new report just released today by the American Transportation Research Institute has listed the Brent Spence corridor as the second most congested in the entire U.S.